It's morning here in Northern California. Hopefully the sun will continue to light us as we go through our class. We're going to go through about 30 minutes of intense interval, kind of invigorating work, and then do a full stretch at the end, and roll a little bit. So today you do need a roller, and I'm using lighter weights. It's not going to be super heavy weight work, but we'll use them a little bit. So I have 3 pounds. You choose what's right for you. And you need something on the side of you so that you can still see me. We're going to work with your right hand on your support and your left hand on the support. Now, if you feel like you want 2 hands on it, that's okay. You just put something in front of you so you can still see me. That can be useful for more balance. So have something around you so that you don't have to crane your neck to see the camera, and let's get to work. If you're using the playlist today, it's going to be called No More Drama. So it's in the link with the video. And I'll do a 1, 2, 3 now and play. So get it queued up if you're ready, and let's go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, play. And it starts slowly, the way I like to start, kind of come into our bodies. So come onto your mat, find your roller, put it underneath your hands, and come onto your knees and hands. And just settle in. Now, if you've not put your hands on the roller before, it's a little unstable, but it can feel good on your wrist. So turn your thumbs toward each other, your fingers mostly forward, and widen your hands so they're about shoulder distance or wider apart. A little bit wider is good too. And start to inhale through your nose and open up your chest, stick your tailbone out, and let's let energy just ride through your back, round your back. Exhale, open your back. Inhale, feel the fronts of your shins stretch as you point your feet, and let energy just run from the crown of your head out through your tailbone. Anything that's weighing on you will just slide right off. Do a couple more, and then bring your back into a neutral position and put your forearms on the roller with your elbows just shoulder distance apart, and clasp your hands for security. Now, when you do that, push your forearms down so they would still be downward, not elbows down and hands up. And come up onto your feet. Pull your feet together. Let's warm up your back again. This time, just holding your upper back steady. Pull your shoulder blades down, your abs in. And then lift up your left leg and hold it. Just hold it for a moment. And then bend your knee. Pull your abs in and hold 8 more counts. Just kind of breathe into it. Push your back heel back. Lift up that back knee so that it's not dropping either. Switch legs. Lift your other leg. Bend your knee. And then feel the crown of your head reach forward. Your back heel push back. And your power center right in the middle. Lift you up and hold you, supporting you. 4 more counts. Keep breathing. Okay, come down. And now that you're a little warmed up, open your knees wide, sit back on your heels, roll the roller forward and come into a deeper child's pose. Drop your head, if you can, onto the mat and straighten your arms. Now you can take your arms as wide as the roller and just bend one elbow at a time, loosening up any tension in your low back and shoulders. Couple more, and then come back up, and this time put your hands back on the roller. I'll slide mine a little forward. Turn your thumbs toward each other, your hands forward, kind of claw the roller, and come back up onto your feet. Pull your shoulder blades down, and then lift up your left leg again. Bend your knee in half, and keep it bent in half. You can point or flex that foot. It's gonna be easier if you point it. We're gonna slide your knee underneath your chest, just right underneath your hip, a little bit forward of it. Keep it steady and pull your knee back, back, and forward, forward. Feel that strength now come into your arms. They're gonna be a little shaky and unsteady on the roller, but it's okay. It's okay to feel a little shaky and unsteady and do it anyway. If you at any time need to come down on your palms on the floor, that's your choice. It's your class. Do 2 more. and then we'll switch legs. Use your glutes and your back muscles to pull your leg back and your abs to draw your leg forward. Okay, put that foot down, lift up your other one, bend your knee, tell yourself it's a new start, and then bend your knee, pull it in under your hip, and then up to as high as your pelvis. So if your glutes grip and pull your leg back, let yourself just get steady in the unsteadiness, you know? That's how it is these days. It's okay. 2 more. Back, warming up your whole body. Back. All right, put both feet down. This time, just lower your knees, point your feet, and slide your chest forward and downward toward the floor in a puppy stretch. You can roll your wrists around a bit, shake out any tension maybe there in your head and shoulders, and then spin your feet around and put your shins, your calves on the roller. Place your hands underneath your shoulders with your wrists under your shoulders and your fingers facing forward. Now really spread out your hands on the ground. Push your calves, push deeply onto the rollers so that they will get a chance to release. And then lift up your seat by pressing your shoulder blades down. And start to roll a little forward. Let your body go a little forward, a little back. It's kind of like being on a swing set. So you're loosening up your shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades down, your neck long, and if you want to, you can make this bigger. So really smash your calves on the roller. You're loosening up your ankle joints and knee joints with that. And if it feels good, pull your hips all the way back. Sometimes that just depends on your arm length. So pull back and then push forward. Keep your feet parallel for now. So you're rolling through the meaty part of your calves, right through the middle. As big as you like or as small as you like. Do 1 more. And then hold your body so that your seat is hovering off of the ground. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and your shoulder blades down so you look proud. And then open your feet so they're turned out. Put your right ankle on top of your left and push down on a good spot on your outer calf and bend your elbows back 10 times. Bend. You've already been working your triceps, just holding your body still. Now you're gonna bend them and stretch them. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch the cross of your ankles. Push down the outer part of your right calf now and bend your elbows 10 times. 1, 2, 3. Push both hands down firmly. Your thumbs too. 6, 7, 8, 9. Release. Slide your seat back. Turn your feet forward. You can bend your knees if you need to, but flex your feet. Reach your arms up. Open up your chest. You can roll out your wrists. And then reach forward and try to take hold of the roller. And open your chest. And if it feels good, straighten your legs without putting any pressure on the back of your knees. And drop your head. Relax your neck and shoulders that are all warmed up now. And let's come back onto the roller. So spin yourself around. And this time we're going to put the roller underneath your shins. And of course, anytime we're doing this work, you can come onto your knees, but come onto your forearms and we'll give this a try. So come under your forearms this time in more like a dolphin plank. So put your palms down, your forearms down, and your shoulders right over your elbows. And then try to stretch up onto your shins. We're going to roll the fronts of your shins. Walk your feet all the way together, so your feet are facing downward, parallel. And then just very slightly pike your butt up, so your abs crunch, but stay long in your back, and push down on your shins, and then go back a little bit. So it's just about 1 inch or 2 forward on the roller and 1 inch or 2 back. Let your butt lift though, so it's really important. You're doing ab work now. Go up, up, and roll it back. So now, especially if you're a runner or you've been sitting a lot, this is rolling out your fascia, covering the front of your shins, loosening up your ankles. Okay, I'm gonna go with this pace and you have a chance to make it bigger if you want to. So come up onto your feet and then all the way back down. Really pike your butt. Up. Just 5 more. Up, up, down, lengthen your abs. So you're gonna crunch, and then you're gonna lengthen the front of your body. Stay strong. 2 more. Pull it back, 1 more. All right, and then come on to another puppy stretch. You can just leave your ankles on the roller when you do that. Drop your chest, but open your arms wide. Let your head drop. You can bend your elbows one at a time again, loosening up any tension. Last thing with your feet underneath you or feet on the roller. We're gonna do some push-ups. So take your hands as wide as your mat with your fingers facing forward. Pull your shoulders over your wrists. Now, if this is too much to do push-ups this way, just come on your knees and bend your legs a lot so that your energy will still pitch you forward. But if you can, put your feet on the roller, and it's gonna add an extra challenge. We don't have to do as many reps. Okay, pull your feet together. And if you want the extra challenge, lift up your left ankle, put it on top of your right, squeeze your inner thighs together really hard. Okay, and as you go, you're gonna let yourself roll back a little bit and forward. We're gonna do 10 push-ups on tempo, and then switch ankles and do 10 more. You're ready? You're already holding it, and it should be intense. Let's go. Aim your chest between your thumbs. Down, 1. So the roller goes a little back and then comes back toward you. 3. 4, too much, put your knees down. 5, but I bet you can do it. 6, and now you're really loosening up the front of your shins. 7. Do 1 more. Switch the cross of your ankles. You can come down for a second if you want to wait. All right, now do 10 to finish. Bend your elbows at an angle back and aim your chest right between your thumbs. That's 2. Down, 3, down, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, let's let it go. Okay, and then sit back into a child's pose. Let your head drop. This time turn your palms up. You can leave your ankles on the roller there if you want to, or just move it. All right, and then come into a down dog. So curl your toes under, push your hips up, drop your head, bend 1 knee at a time, and let your knee turn in a little bit under your hip. Turn it in, turn it in, turn it in. Yeah, so you let your chest drop, your low back loosen up, and you're dynamically stretching your hamstrings. Okay, do 1 more. Hold your legs steady. You can bend your knees a lot. Walk your hands toward your feet. Let your torso drop. You can put your hands on the roller if it's there. Bend your knees and let your head drop. And rock a little side to side. And then carefully put your hands on your thighs. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And we're gonna do some standing work. So just put the roller in front of you if you wanna use it. It can be a fun marker. If it gets in your way, just move it. Okay, otherwise pick up your weights carefully. And then step in front of the roller and step your right leg over it. So hopefully we'll be on the same leg. Step your right foot forward. Good. And separate your feet hip distance apart and parallel. Let your arms drop. Lift your back heel up. Turn your knee forward and that hip forward. Pitch your torso forward about 15 degrees so that you don't overstretch your hip flexors. And then bend both knees. Let your back knee touch the roller. Let your legs work. Down, push up to straight legs. Down, push up. Down, push up. Down. Really let your knees go through the range of motion that feels good for them. So it's good to let your legs bend and fully extend. Let your quads support your knees from the front, and your front leg, your glutes are really pulling you back up. You can make it fun and add a row now. Pull your elbows up and back toward each other behind you as you come up. Down, pull up, down, pull up. 4 more like that. Down, 1, down, go to a straight leg if you can when you come up, and a full bend in both knees when you go down. Do 1 more. Now hold your elbows up, bend your front knee, keep your back heel up, and pitch forward from your hips so that your torso from head to tail is long, and straighten your arms, stretch and bend, stretch and bend, stretch. Make it pretty big so you can bend your arms in half, but avoid letting your upper arms drop. Keep your chest open, stretch and bend. 4 more at this tempo. Stretch, bend 1, stretch, bend 2, stretch, bend 3. Now hold the stretch and make tiny bends and stretches to finish. 10 more on this leg. 2, keep pushing your weight on your front leg. 4, pull your belly off of it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, stand up and just step back. Put your other leg on top of the roller and separate your feet. Again, laterally hip distance apart. Face your feet forward and then hinge forward about 15 degrees or so from your hips. So you're not overstretching your hip flexors, and lift that back heel up. Turn your foot and your knee forward. Pull your shoulders down, and just this time start with your legs. So bend your knees down, stretch both legs straight, down. This is good to get your balance here too. And down, yeah, all the way down, stretch both legs up. Now this time, if you want to add your arms, when you come up, take them to the side in a fly. So you go down, control it, and up. Nice and slow and controlled. Maybe tap your back knee to the roller. If you need to make that range of motion smaller, do it. But feel your quads, fronts of both of your legs working, and your front glutes pulling you up. So really push that standing front heel into the ground when you come up. Now using the sides of your shoulders, we didn't do any side planks today. So feel for that medial delt muscle, lifting your arms with your elbows soft, out to the side, palms facing you, and do 4 more. 1, keep your shoulder blades down. 2, your neck long. 3, hold it, lower your arms for a second, hinge more forward from your hips. You can bend that front knee now over your ankle, straighten that back leg, put most of your body weight on your front leg. This is a challenge for your balance. Lift your elbows back up, turn your palms to face downward like airplane wings, and then pull your elbows toward each other. So you're squeezing between your shoulder blades and under them. Let your front leg shake a little bit and pull your elbows in 10 times. This will be it. 1, in 2, in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, release. Okay, move the roller out of the way for now and step out into a wide stance. So you can face me or just turn your feet so that they are faced 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock and wide. And then bend your knees and try to get your shin bones to be parallel to one another. Upright your torso, pull your shoulders down, bend your elbows in half, and work the front of your shoulders again. So keep your legs still to start, keep your forearms parallel, and lift your elbows up just to shoulder height, and then pull your elbows gently behind you. So you'll go up 2 counts, use the fronts of your shoulders now, and back. You can give them a little stretch on the back as you pull your elbows slightly behind your ribs. And then when you're working now, you have the option to add your legs. So push up to straight legs all the way, and then bend your knees as low as they will go, keeping your kneecaps over the centers of your feet. Just give it control today. So your heart rate's gonna spike. If these weights don't feel heavy enough, a lot of times I use 5s, and that gives it a little bit more challenge. But you don't wanna do so much that your neck starts to take over. So keep your upper traps kind of behind the back of your neck. Relaxed. 4 more. Push up, down 1, push up, down 2, push up, down 3, push up, hold it up, and bend your knees. Push your arms out to the sides now. Okay, hold your arms to the sides. Pull your shoulder blades down, lengthen your neck, and ensure you're vertical. Right now you should be feeling the side of your shoulders, but mostly the back of your shoulders. So upright your torso, if you're feeling too much, because you want to be upright and evenly press over your head. Let's move your arms to start. Up again, touch the weights, and then pull it today, just halfway down through like a field goal, shape in your arms. And then if you can, add straight legs. So you'll push up, Really lengthen your torso, and then push your knees and your arms wide. Up and down, or up and together, I should say. Up, tap your weights together right over the crown of your head. Keep the crown of your head proud and lift it toward the sky. All right, do 2 more at this tempo. Push up, use your glutes and your strong legs on the sides to pull you up, and then do 1 more up, and this time pull your arms all the way back behind you. Shake out any tension in your neck and shoulders. Take your hands back, so one hand and the other are behind your rib cage. Pull all your arm bones behind your rib cage if you can, and settle your shoulders down, and then pull your elbows in toward each other. Use your lat muscles to do this. So you want to have strong arms, keep the bend in them, and then just pull your upper arms toward each other. Add a bend of your knees if you can. Bend in, pull in, bend in, pull in. So you already got in your quads on all sides, front and sides. Do 4 more. In 1, in 2, in 3, in, and release. Turn your feet to face forward to stretch. So you keep your legs wide, turn your feet toward me or toward forward, and then come down and let your weights just drop down. If you can't reach the floor, just put your hands on your hips. Otherwise, lower your weights and drop your head. So you can hold on wherever you can, and then bend one knee forward and the other. So again, keeping your knees bending over the center of your feet. And this should loosen up your outer hips, really stick your booty back, lengthen your chest forward. If you want to drop your head, put your hands on the ground, you can. Just 4 more to loosen and dynamically stretch. It's not going to hold any static stretches till the end. All right, do 1 more, and then bend your knees, heel toe your feet together. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, and we'll go back to the mat for 1 more set to stretch your chest. So take your feet at the end of your mat, just ensure your roller and your weights are out of your way, and then sit back like you're doing a squat, and put your palms on the ground and crawl forward. Crawl forward until you're in a plank, and imagine you're still crawling like a panther about to launch. Aim your hands forward, about chest width or a little wider apart. Take your left foot forward, turn that knee out a little bit. Bend your back knee and turn that knee out. So you want to feel like you're about to pounce. And that's the power you're going to use to bend your elbows back 2 counts again. Tap your front knee to the ground, and then straighten both arms. Keep your chest muscles working. So you want to keep your back from rounding as you go, and use your oblique muscles this time in the push-ups. Push your thumbs down hard. 2 more. Down, down, push. 1. Down, down, push. Switch legs. So bring your feet back together. Step your other leg forward. Turn that knee out. Bend your back knee and turn that knee out. So you're using your oblique muscles, your glutes, and your outer thighs again. Bring your chest forward between your thumbs and bend your elbows just 4 times. 2 counts slow and 2 counts up. That's 1. 2 counts down. 2 counts up. That's 2. 2 counts down. Up 3. Do 1 more. Release, back into a plank, and then push into a down dog. Now bend your knees again. You can walk them forward toward each other or back, so you can really let your chest fall. Stretch your arms that you work so hard. Let your head drop. Release any tension there. And then soften your knees, bend them actually, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head drop down so you get any tension in your neck again. Keep your knees soft, put your hands on your thighs. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And you should already be in a challenge burn in your body. So let's take that challenge a little further. We're going to step on the roller. So face, again, you can on profile with your right thigh again toward your support, or you can face forward. We're just going to put 1 foot on the roller today. So step so that the roller will be in front of you, and your leg that's closest to your support, you're going to put that foot arch on the roller, okay? And then step your other leg back and hinge forward from your hips. Walk your support side hand forward, make sure there's room behind you, and then just start to bend your front knee over your ankle and push down really hard on that roller. Try to come back up on the ball of your back foot like you did before, so we practiced this already. Take your foot to the side. If your feet are too close together, you want them to be pair up, hips distance apart, and then bend both knees down. This time your front foot's on the roller, and try to tap your back knee to the roller. So go down and up. Keep your torso pitched forward the whole time, just a little bit diagonally, so that you are not going to collapse your torso. Keep your posture intact. Bend your knee, push down on that roller. So, you know, if this doesn't feel balanced enough for you, you can always hold on in front of you with two hands. Sometimes we do that. Or you can put your foot flat on the floor. It's okay. But otherwise, put your hand on your waist and just get comfortable with the discomfort. So push down your front arch, let that spread out your toe and feet bones, and push down 4 more times. Go down, 1. Again, working your quads and glutes simultaneously. 2, down, push 3, down, hold it. Now this time, just see if you can transfer more weight onto your front leg and lift your back leg up and then down. Okay, so if you can, push up and down. Now hold it up this time. That was practice. You got it? Okay, so from head to back foot is a diagonal line. So keep your abs in, pull your shoulders down, and bend your back knee in half. You got it. Turn your hip forward. Let your standing legs shake on the roller. Just get your balance. It's great for all your little ankle muscles, knee muscles. It's kind of like being on a Bosu ball. You can flex or point this back foot. Keep your hips still without tucking. So neutral spine, nice open chest, relax your face, and then push your leg back 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, really small, so just from your glutes. 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put your foot back down where it was. Now upright your torso. Keep your front foot on the roller and bend your back knee and try to get your knee as close to the roller as you can, your back knee. Stay high on the ball of your back foot. Upright your torso. Now this is all quads. So use your back leg quads and push down, down. So now you're vertical. Try to get your knee under your hip. Push down on the front foot just loosely so that your foot doesn't slide forward, and then get lower if you can. Really low with your back knee, maybe below the roller height. Last 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Stand up, come off of the roller, and we're just gonna turn around, do the other leg before we stretch. So turn around so that you are facing the other direction. Make sure there's room behind you. Hold onto your support with your left hand, with your left thigh facing closest to your support. Put your left foot on the roller. Put your arch right over it. And then your knee over your ankle. Good, you got it? Separate your feet, hips distance apart. Pitch your torso forward diagonally so that you're not overstretching your hip flexors and you feel balanced. You still have some torso weight going over the roller. Good. And then come up on the ball of your back foot and bend your back knee down to the roller and up, down and up. So this is very similar to what we did with the weights. It's just less balanced. Yeah. Really mash your front arch on that roller. This is your warm-up. So again, if you need both hands on something in front of you, that's cool. You can also hold on to something on both sides, or you can just put your hand on your waist. Go a little lower now if you can. 8 more. 2, and then we'll lift your back leg. 4. Those are 3 stages. This is the first one. 6, 7. All right, come up and then pitch forward more and just play with lifting your back leg up. Okay, if you need to adjust, adjust. Slide your support side hand forward so your torso from head to back knee can be 45 degrees. Bend your back knee, keep your standing leg straight without locking it. Turn this hip forward and your knee forward. Bend your back knee a lot so your hamstrings pop. And then push your leg back 20 times. 2, 3, this is stage 2 of 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep your torso facing the same direction as your hips. 5 more. 1, 2, use your glutes. 3, 4, set your foot down gently. Ensure your feet are still hip distance apart. And then upright your torso, bend your back knee, and then adjust so that your back knee is under your hip and your torso is over your thigh. So now your quads and this back leg are gonna take a big hit. Lift your back heel high so they can do it. Come low as you can possibly come. Keeping comfort in your front hip. Push down that front roller lighter, more weight on your back leg, and push down into it. 20 counts with a high back heel and a relaxed neck. You're at 7, 8, maybe go lower toward the floor. 10 to finish. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, stand up. Okay, just face toward your roller, soften both knees, and pull your butt back and slide down so you can stretch. Put your hands on the roller, drop your head, straighten one leg and then the other, and just let it rock. Just let it rock. One knee and the other knee. Drop your shoulders, let your head release, lower the interval down. We're gonna go back to the mat and finish, again with our feet on the roller, to work your glutes and hamstrings and ankles. And then we'll stretch. So you're almost there. Okay, do one more, bend both knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time, and then come back onto your mat and slide the roller forward so you can lay down behind it. Just move your weights out of the way if you have them. And this time, we haven't gotten your inner thighs really, so we're gonna walk your feet together and put your arches on the roller. So put your arches on the roller, bend your knees about in half, slide forward as much as you need to so you can keep the roller where it is. You can always put a weight in front of it if you feel like it might slide forward and that's scary. And then come on down. So squeeze your inner thighs together. If you have like a ball or something, you can put that between your thighs. That can be fun. But today I'm just gonna squeeze my inner thighs together, squeeze ankles, shins, and calves. Open up your chest and lift your hips off the ground. So you're gonna stretch your hips that were just challenged with all that bending at your hip line and work your glutes more. So squeeze your inner thighs and glutes, open up your chest. You can be balanced on your shoulder blades or a little lower. I like to come up high. As long as you're not pushing weight on your neck, you're fine. Okay, and start to lift your hips up and squeeze your inner thighs together. Up, squeeze, up, squeeze, up, squeeze. Just let your feet rest over that roller. Push down your arches. So we're giving your plantar fascia tendons on both feet a nice pressure today. So releasing them. They get really tight a lot of times. So no effort there. Just push down and we'll release that fascia. Do 10 more. Squeeze and lift 1. Squeeze, lift 2. Do whatever you want with your arms. Sometimes I like to take them wide like a cactus position. All right, now hold your hips up, squeeze your inner thighs, and point your feet. Let's roll through your ankles and come back. So let the roller go forward as you point your feet. Keep your ankles together and back. Maybe all the way up to the balls of your feet. You're using the back of your legs and your inner thighs to do this work. So let everything else in your upper torso relax. Just your abs and below are working. All right, 2 more. Roll forward and back, and then walk the roller inward so you can flex or point your feet, whichever one feels better, and go back to full range lifts. Up and down, up and down, up, up. Squeeze those inner thighs. Make it as big as you want, so you can tap down and lift back up, or you can make it tight and small. Wherever you feel your glutes, inner thighs, and your abs lengthening and sucking in each time you lift. All right, this is your cool down. Keep going. Really get that grip on that inner power center from your heels up through your midline, through your heart, out through the crown of your head. Feel everything pull inward toward you. Let everything that's outside not be as important. Last 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, release. Okay, before you do anything, hug your knees into your chest. So pull them in, let your back just kind of settle. And then come into a happy baby stretch. So push your knees apart, lift your shins up so that they become vertical from knee to ankle. And you can either take your outer feet or your peace fingers around your big toes, or you can just press your elbows into your inner knees, whatever you need to do. And then rock a little side to side and feel a release in your hips. Deep release. Make it deeper if you can. And let your shoulders and tailbone start to melt down into the ground as you do. Okay, pull your legs together, roll to the side, and then find your roller again so we can stretch in a lunge stretch today over the roller. So hold on to it. Step your right foot, we can just move it out of the way, then step your right foot forward, so your knees over your ankle. Pull the roller back so it's behind your ankle, and you can put your palms down on the roller for security. Now you can stay here, just inch your back knee back and open up your chest. And then today, bend your back knee and get a deep quad stretch. You can stay right there, just pushing more weight on the roller and onto your front foot, or you can upright your chest and take your same side hand to your foot. Reach back, see if you can get it. I don't know, every day is a little different. Maybe I can't. Okay, I got it. Got it. Okay. And then face forward. You can turn your hand forward if you can, and just deeply stretch that quad. All the muscles in your quads, from your hip below your knee. Open up your chest as you're working. Maybe reach up your other arm and feel, kind of pretty in this disheveled way. Okay, and then bring your hand down, your knee down, and shift into a hamstring stretch. You can rest your calf muscle on the roller if you want, and rock a little side to side, loosening up your hamstrings before we demand anything more of them. And you're welcome to stay right here demanding just this of them and releasing into it. Or you can roll forward if you want a deeper hamstring stretch toward a split. Just put the roller underneath your hamstrings if you're gonna go forward like this. Turn your back knee forward. Come up on the ball of your back foot. So you're really turning your hip forward, keeping it honest. And then if you have the roller underneath your leg and you're like this, you want to have it above your knee so that you're not putting too much pressure, unsupported pressure on your front knee. And then you can rock a little side to side, massaging your hamstrings. So you're either just holding a hamstring stretch back there, or you can do this with me. Release your hips. Release the back of your legs. Okay, and then carefully point your back foot, shift back into the hamstring stretch, and if you're already there, it's fine. And then we're gonna turn into a pigeon stretch supported by this roller. So turn your back shin to face parallel toward the front mat, or the front of the mat, and pull the roller back so it's in a good spot underneath your right hip. And then to start, bend your back knee and you can turn it a little bit outward. So you can use your hands and the side of this front foot, active foot, to roll through the fascia on your outer hip. So glutes, outer thigh, outer quads, it should feel really good. I mean, in a massaging kind of way. So like if you find a knot, stay there and hold it, put pressure on it. Okay, and then hold forward enough that you can put your shin bone down fully. Reach your hands more forward and turn your back toes forward again. Come up on the balls of your back foot again. Okay, and then see, you can stay there and just let your hip release and breathe into that. Big hip muscles, take a big release. Or come down and drop your head. Let your back muscles rest. Take a big breath here. So big breath through your nose and out through your nose a couple times. And then come on up. Open up your chest for just a moment. And carefully release. So I'm going to roll your quads a little bit. So come onto both quads in the center. Come onto your forearms. Bend your knees and pull yourself up and down. You can turn your knees out if that's where you need to roll, or you can turn your knees forward and inward. Or if you find a really knotty spot, knotty, like can, or knotty, I don't know what you did last night, then you can just stay on it and make it real small. But otherwise, roll through all of your quad muscles a couple times and release, and we'll switch sides. So move the roller out of your way, step your left foot forward into a lunge, pull the roller underneath your ankle, and come into your lunge. So just walk your right leg back and show your feet are apart, hip distance even here laterally. And just start putting more weight on your hands and on your front foot. And then if you're able to, bend your back leg to deeply stretch your quads, and you can just stay there opening your chest. Or you can reach back, and every day's a little different. Take your right hand back for your right foot, and then turn your shoulder forward, open your chest, and deeply stretch all your quads. Just make sure your foot is behind your glutes and not out to the side, so you can stretch all of your quads. Open up your chest, maybe lift up your left arm, and feel beautiful, because you should. With my hair falling all over the place and, out in the woods, it's okay. Put your shin down, come into a hamstring stretch, flex your front foot, pull your hips back, push your shin down, open up your chest. And you can stay here just pulling your seat back and your chest forward, or pull the roller under your calf and start to roll forward into a deeper stretch. Maybe you go backward. Wherever you are, use the roller as support, so it's not under your knee, but it'll be above it. Turn your back toes forward, knee down. Flex that front foot so you keep your front shin active. You can stay here opening your chest. Rock a little side to side. If you find a good spot on your hamstrings, stay there. You can always dip forward if you've had just about enough of being upright. Let your head hang. Let your hips loosen. And breathe. That's the most important thing. Okay, come on back. And then turn so that the roller will be underneath your left hip. I'm going to turn my body a little bit so you can see. And then, so your front shin will be getting ready to do a pigeon. Bend your back knee. And then put your hands on the ground and roll through the outer side of your left hip. So there's no really wrong way to do this. You want to release your IT band, especially before we go into the pigeon. So you might be able to get deeper. And we did a lot of glute work and outer quad work. So you want to, let it go. Do a couple more. If you find a good spot, just stay there and breathe. And fascia binds our muscles and bones and can make our joints really tight and our muscles less efficiently working. So you want to dehydrate them by pushing fluid out, and then rehydrate them so you can recover quickly. Okay, and then I'm going to turn forward. Again, put your shin all the way down. So roll forward until your shin can come all the way on the ground. Hopefully you can see. Keep your front foot active. Reach forward so you can turn your back foot forward and knee down, and adjust the roller so it feels like it's in a good spot that's supportive. And you can rock a little side to side here. You can open up your chest so you can breathe better. Or you can come down on your forearms. This is your release. So start your slow breaths, kind of re-entering the outside world. But we don't want to do it in too jarring of a way. Get what you need first. All right, and when you're ready, come on up and release. Last stretch. If you're going to use a roller, sit on it. Turn your feet so that they face into a frog position. And yeah, you might need a little adjust. Give yourself a second to get in position. So open up your knees like a frog and sit with just the roller a little bit behind your tailbone. And if you need to extend your feet more forward, that's cool, totally fine. If you can hold on to your feet, hold on to your feet. If you can hold on to your knees and push your elbows downward a little bit, that's fine. Wherever you are, bend your elbows inward and start to bend your knees more and less. And when you go less, push your butt back and let the roller massage your inner insertions, that connective tissue and muscle that connects your inner thigh and your adductors to your pelvis. Just kind of releasing all that connective tissue around your hips in each direction today. A couple more. You can always do this midday. Just sit down on a roller and do any of the stretches we did. Roll in any direction, especially if you've been sitting a lot. You want to release your hips. They hold most of our frustration. So let them go. Okay, one more roll. And then you can either stay on the roller or come off of it, cross your legs, reach your arms out and up, fill up with what you need. And as you exhale, let it all go. And do one more. Inhale for you, fill up your lungs fully, pull your palms together. Exhale for you, all of the air out of your lungs. And then I thank you for working out with me. Have a great day. Bye.